Imagine a city built entirely on water, with streets that are actually canals. Welcome to ancient Venice, but not the Venice you know. Let's go way back to the engineering marvels that made this possible. Around the 5th century AD, the people fleeing barbarian invasions settled in a swampy lagoon. Building on soft, marshy ground seemed impossible, but they had a secret weapon: wooden piles. These weren't just any wooden stakes. They drove thousands of them deep into the mud until they reached a firm layer beneath. Then, they topped those piles with stone platforms, creating a stable base for their buildings. This technique stopped the city from sinking and allowed Venice to thrive for centuries. But Venice's engineers didn't stop there. They mastered controlling water levels with clever canals and locks, turning a dangerous marsh into a bustling urban center. The wooden piles actually petrified over time, thanks to the unique underwater environment, becoming stronger than stone. This ancient engineering feat didn't just save Venice, it shaped its iconic character and helped it become a powerful maritime republic. So next time you see Venice's picturesque canals, remember it's not just beauty on water. It's a triumph of ancient engineering that turned a swamp into a wonder. What other cities do you think were built on such wild ideas? Venice's story is not just about survival, but also about innovation and adaptation. The lagoon environment posed numerous challenges: constant tides, salty water, and unstable land. Yet the Venetians turned these obstacles into opportunities. The canals weren't just for transportation. They were an integral part of the city's defense system. Water barriers made it difficult for invaders to penetrate, while the labyrinth of waterways created natural checkpoints. The wooden piles used to support Venice's foundations were primarily made from alder and oak trees, chosen for their durability and resistance to water. These trees were harvested from the mainland and carefully cut to size before being driven into the soft mud. The process required immense labor and coordination, but the result was a network of underwater stilts that distributed the weight of buildings evenly. This innovative method allowed the Venetians to build grand palaces, churches, and public buildings, many of which still stand today. Over time, the city developed a unique architectural style that harmonized with its watery surroundings. Buildings were constructed with facades facing the canals, featuring ornate windows and balconies that opened directly onto the water. Gondolas and boats became the primary means of transport, weaving through narrow channels that replaced traditional streets. This aquatic lifestyle influenced everything from commerce to social interactions, making Venice a truly one-of-a-kind city. The Venetians also became masters of water management, building an intricate system of locks and sluices to regulate water flow. These structures helped prevent flooding during high tides and allowed the city to maintain stable water levels in the canals. The careful balancing act between land and water became a hallmark of Venetian engineering, demonstrating an advanced understanding of hydraulics centuries before modern technology. Beyond its engineering, Venice's success was fueled by its strategic position on the Adriatic Sea. The city became a vital hub for trade between the East and West, exchanging spices, silk, and precious metals. Its maritime prowess was unmatched, supported by a powerful navy that safeguarded trade routes and expanded Venetian influence across the Mediterranean. This economic strength funded further urban development and cultural achievements, including the commissioning of magnificent art and architecture. The story of Venice is also a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. Faced with a seemingly inhospitable environment, the inhabitants refused to surrender to the natural challenges. Instead, they engineered solutions that not only preserved their home, but also elevated it to extraordinary heights. Their legacy continues to inspire engineers, architects, and city planners around the world. In modern times, preserving Venice's delicate balance remains a challenge. Rising sea levels and increased tourism put pressure on the city's ancient foundations. Efforts are underway to protect Venice through innovative projects like the Moe's barrier system, designed to shield the lagoon from flooding. These modern interventions echo the same spirit of ingenuity that built Venice in the first place. Venice's experience offers valuable lessons about living in harmony with nature rather than against it. The city's founders understood that working with the environment, using natural materials, respecting water cycles, and adapting their designs accordingly was essential for long-term sustainability. Today, as climate change threatens coastal cities worldwide, Venice stands as a symbol of both the possibilities and responsibilities of human engineering. The concept of building on water isn't unique to Venice. Other cities throughout history have embraced similarly bold ideas. For example, Amsterdam in the Netherlands also relies on wooden piles to support its buildings over reclaimed land. Like Venice, Amsterdam's canals serve both practical and aesthetic purposes, shaping the city's identity. In Asia, cities like Bangkok and Jakarta face their own battles with water, employing complex systems of dikes, pumps, and canals to manage flooding and subsidence. Each urban center has developed unique strategies tailored to its geography and culture, illustrating the universal challenge of living in watery environments. Looking back at Venice, one can't help but marvel at how a community fleeing chaos managed to create such a remarkable urban masterpiece. It's a story of hope, determination, and the transformative power of human creativity. The wooden piles may be hidden beneath the surface, but they support not just buildings. They uphold centuries of history, culture, and innovation. So when you stroll along Venice's canals or glide in a gondola under the iconic bridges, remember the unseen foundation beneath your feet. Think of the countless hands that drove those wooden stakes into the mud, the engineers who designed the locks and waterways, and the visionaries who imagined a city that could rise from the water itself. Venice is more than a city. It's a living monument to the triumph of ancient engineering and human spirit. What other cities do you think were built on such wild ideas? How have people around the world adapted to challenging environments? The story of Venice invites us to explore these questions and appreciate the incredible ingenuity that shapes our world.